Hello, my good friends. You're welcome to another episode of the LRS Studios programming tutorials. Today, we'll be looking particularly at the old Carousel. The old Carousel. This is a unique functionality of image flow. It actually itemizes the way you really want your image to be, and it programmatically analyze them in the essence whereby you can either add it vertically or horizontally, and scrolling effect is also added on it, in which you don't have to click a button or you don't have to swipe on the screen. The scrolling effect comes up programmatically in the web. It's basically used for web application or inside your website for banners, for sliders, and for probably for clients pictures. Right now, we'll be using it for our own clients, just to showcase a company's client companies. You probably have some clients out there that you really want to showcase in your website. Like, these are my clients. These are those we do business with. So you can actually use the old Carousel to bring out that functionality to make it quite appealing to users. Now we're going to go straight to how to design it and actually incorporate it in the web application. Right now, I will create a folder, new folder called the old _Carousel. I open it up. In the folder, I'll create a folder called assets. In assets, I'll create a couple of folders. Firstly, the img, which will be for the image. I'll create another one, the css. I'll create another one, the js, which is basically for the JavaScript. That's fine. So I knock it off. Now the old Carousel folder, it's ready to go. Now I'll open it with my favorite text editor. I use the bracket.io. We have a lot of other text editor out there. We have the Notepad++. We have the Dreamweaver. We have the Coda. Coda is basically for the Mac users, and we have the Sublime Text. You can pick on that. But I'm picking brackets. It's free. It's cool. It's not complicated like some other text editor out there, and you can easily use it. It's quite okay. So I'll be using that for this project. Okay. So let's move on. Now, the old Carousel, we have the CSS, the image, the JS. We need one folder, which is the control file rather. I will call it. We'll create a new file, and I will call it save us. Is the index.html, which is quite needed. HTML. You save it in the root directory, and we get go. So let's start coding up the markup, and let's get it started. As usual, the doc type, the document type, HTML. We have the HTML tag. Drag this down. That's okay. We have the head tag. Drag this down. In the head tag, we have the title. Put this down. So in our title, we can give it Carousel. Carousel, that's fine. That's for our title. Now, a lot of things will still be going on in this head, but let's get out of it for now. Give it a body. Bring it down. Cool. Okay. The spacing between the body and the HTML is quite big. See if I can bring it up. That's cool. Okay. So now in the body section, that's where we'll be doing a lot of markup, and the markup will basically be on the pictures. You have to bring in the pictures that we'll need in order to display the client pictures side by side, and the Scholar effect is going to be handled by JavaScript and some CSS to really make it sit well. So let's go straight to the body. Let's code it up. I'll build this up. Comment over here, call it client, so we know where it actually starts from. Start here. Okay. Alright. Now the first thing is we need a div tag which will hold the ID called demo. That's cool. Close it up, bring it down. Fine. We'll move on. Add another div class. This time it's going to be a container, and this is going to be held by the Bootstrap. We'll be using Bootstrap here so that it's going to be mobile responsive. You know, when we shrink it up to different screen size, it's going to shrink up to the screen. So that's the essence of this container. Everything will actually be inside the container. Now we have another one, the div. We'll give it a class called row. That's cool. Close it up. Now I really don't want a lot of space in here. That's cool. I really don't want a lot of space in somewhere here. That's okay. Okay, let's maintain it this way. We have for this another div class, a class called span12. That's what we'll be calling these at the moment. Now we have a first header tag with a style called, sorry for that, text. We aligned it. It's an embedded style sheet. To send it, the margin top in particular, give it 50 pixels. The font color, we'll give it a gray. That'll be cool. Now, we'll lock that up. Fine. So what will be the title of our header? We call it highly esteemed fans. Highly esteemed. Highly esteemed. So now what I'll be coding right now will be for the images. Create the markup for that too. Give it an ID called all demo. We give it a class called all carousel. That's cool. Bring it down here. Then it a little bit. Fine. Okay, it's cool. Bring these ones two up there. Cool. All right. Okay. Now I'll start to declare the class, the div for each images. Give the class class will be called item. Fine. Right now we declare the image in there. The source of the image equals to fine. This is where we get to. Now we need our images. So I've downloaded some particular images that I'll be using in this analogy. So let me quickly go down to the folder where I have it. I have it in here in the image. So these are the images we'll be using. Just have to copy all these out. Go to my control folder. Paste it over here. My text editor picks it up immediately. Give it assets, image. You can see, picks it up immediately. Now I'll give it an alternative name. Let me give it Facebook. Cool. So I have to copy these, change the image and also the alternative. I'll do up to 7. So I have some scrolling effect. Fine. So now in this, change to Google. Change the alternative to Google. Okay. Change to IBM. These are our plans that we'll work with. We'll develop websites for. IBM. Now, McDonald's. McDonald's. Microsoft. Toyota. Make a giant. Toyota. Okay, let's maintain Facebook for now. Just repeat one more. Let me call it IBM. IBM. Fine. Our markup is okay. So I pull it up so that it's fine. Cool. This is our markup for the images, but there's still some functionalities to be done, like the CSS, the JavaScript libraries, the Bootstrap, the old Carousel, both CSS and JavaScript. So you have to incorporate everything into this small application. Now, let me quickly dash to the head section. We'll actually need to add the old Carousel CSS, which I downloaded from the old Carousel website, which you can also get it from their website, the oldcarousel.com or the whole.com. You can check it out. You can download their libraries, the JavaScript and the CSS, which is part important. Now I have the CSS downloaded already, and I just need to copy them into my workspace folder. So I copy it up, move, paste it in there. So that's not all. I'll need to call it up, quite important. Let's comment up so we know what we're doing. Carousel assets. Yeah, that's fine. So we'll link up. Track. Assets. CSS. Oh, Carousel. That's cool. Native. Style sheet. Perfect. Move on to the next one. Link. Trap. Assets. CSS. Theme this time. Well. Style sheet. Perfect. That's the two for Carousel we need at this moment. Now we need to create our own custom style sheet for this particular application. I'll move straight. Let me save this. Move straight to my file. New. So I save it as style .css. This sits. Sorry. Sorry. Style CSS. That's everything there. Now, what are the major things we need in our style CSS? We need to first of all call the whole demo, the ID, with the item class. Give it a margin of 3 pixels. Cool. We'll call the whole demo line once more. Now, with the item class, inclusively with the image, we give it a display of block. Sorry for that. Block. The width of 50%. Actually, we need to give it that because the picture is way large. We're not actually targeting large outlay here. We need something small and cute. Auto. Fine. Save it up. Now that's not over. We need to call it in. Now in the header section, just the way we've been calling others. Trap. Set. CSS. Well. Style sheet. Perfect. Save it up. Now we're through with that. We need some Bootstrap core CSS, which you can download from the Bootstrap website. Once you download that, you get the CSS, the minified and the ordinary version. The minified is good for the production, while the ordinary is good for the development. Those are the minified has been taken, the white spaces have been taken away from it. And we have the CSS and the JavaScript, but I've downloaded it too. Now I'm going to point my the link to the CSS right now. So first of all, I need to copy it into my work directory folders, which is actually sitting right here. Copy it up, bring it in here, paste it over, come over to my text editor to point it in. Now, quickly create comment saying strap for CSS. Now, call it link. Well, Okay. Just let me make it this way. Let me go through that. Href assets CSS bootstrap me. Now let's stash it. And be consistent with the way I code. Okay, that's that. Now we are going to need something very important quickly here. We need the jQuery library, the minified version of jQuery JS. You can download it. You can download the latest version. I have downloaded mine. So we're going to call it. We're going to point it right in our browser, in our text editor rather. So let me copy it in. This is JavaScript. That's the only JavaScript that will be declaring at the topmost, the S section. Others will be at the bottom. I call it in, pick it up. Paste it up. Now, I go back to my text editor, in which I call it in scripts source the assets with the JS this time and the jQuery. You can see? No, you don't need that for JavaScript. Save it up. Now the first aspect of it that we've done. Now we go down to the body sec, the end of the body, to call all the JavaScript libraries like the bootstrap, the all Carousel JavaScript, and also the custom JavaScript for this application. Now let me copy the two, the bootstrap and the all Carousel, which you can get from the same place you got CSS. It's just side by side. And just quickly copy it into our workspace folder. The bootstrap, the all Carousel. So let me point them. Now our text editor, we have to point them. So let me end it here since. Okay, that's where it stops. Just end it up here. Ending. Okay. Now let's call our first script. Source assets JS bootstrap minified. Cool. The second script source asset JS the all Carousel. Cool. Save it up. Now we'll need a custom made JavaScript, which is actually going to let us know the timing of and the amount we actually place in a row, and also it's going to help us to dictate the different screen sizes and what have you. Let's quickly create that. We'll save the new file. We'll save it as script.js, and it's going to sit in our JavaScript folder. So save it in there. Now let's quickly code it up. If you're familiar with jQuery, you should be good to go here. Documents, call out document, and our ready function. That's cool. So we are actually going to itemize some things here. The autoplay. Before that, we need to call the ID. The ID, the whole demo. We need to call that with the whole carousel. So within this, that's where we can declare some functionality like autoplay. $3,000. Set it up. Set autoplay to 3 seconds. Actually, that 3,000 stands for 3 seconds anyway. 3 seconds. Items. Four, so that we have 4 items on a row. Items, desktop. We have 1199. Yeah, come back. So we have items for the smaller type of desktop. Small, still desktop, but small this time. That should be 9793. That's cool. That's all. We need to code up there, so we actually need to close them in here and here. I think that's fine. So I'm going to play within 3 seconds. We have 4 items and specify the width of the large desktop and the small desktop. So that's cool. So now to save it up, we need to point it in our index. We call the script source assets JS. Now the script.js. That's cool. Fine. We save it up. Now we are through in all the functionalities of our Carousel application. So we need to just double check and see what might have been missing. Probably there's a broken link or a bug somewhere. But for us to be so sure about that, we need to launch it to our browser. So this has even made it easier with the use of brackets, in which bracket has a live preview in which you can launch your browser from the application and you code on the fly. Just continue to save what you're doing on the workspace. Once you save, you get a refresh immediately on your browser. You don't have to go back and refresh and refresh. Just save on the fly, it refreshes itself. So let's take a look at what we're going to see here in our browser. Let's see, probably we're on point. So I call it this. Cool. Perfect. Perfect. Look at this. This is quite, it's appealing to the eyes. This is a very good way to actually display your clients' pictures and let them feel cherished, that you actually, or you pick them as one of their good clients, and you are also bringing out their image. It's cool. I think this is cool. This is just what we have been coding all about. This is just what we need to do. You can use this for bigger carousel. You can use it for your slider. You can use it for your portfolio. You can use it for events, banner. You can use it for different things. This is neat and slick. This is the power of the old carousel, which you can also go through that documentation, tweak it to any way you watch, tweak it to any form you want. The source code will be presented in my GitHub account. You can pick it from there. You can play with it. You can use it for your web application, website, your client web portal. You can use it as you like. You can tweak it to what you really feel you need it for, But don't forget to always subscribe to my channel, Delaware Studios. We have a lot in stock in terms of programming, in terms of Android application, web application, WordPress, Joomla, OpenCart. We are going to give you more and more of it. Endeavor to always subscribe to our channel, and we actually appreciate that. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you very much for sharing your time with me, and also I believe you've learned something and enjoyed something. God bless you. God bless me too. Thank you.